roads directly.
Okay.
Do you have another copy of this, Michelle? Because I didn't get one.
I signed her.
She's the wrong thing. Yeah, because I need one for my.
Okay, so
The people who are graduating.
just a little bit.
Very
I needed some cash about how.
As soon as the sun comes out, you're we have a circle-less snowflake.
So this is always started on post. When you get the
Yeah, well, it's like-
I'm not prepared to make
So,
comments, but I could jump 10 more years. If they're gonna say it.
Exactly.
You've been
That's all, like it's nothing.
Yeah, well, we don't need to put it out of hill with that quad. Still would not be good.
No.
He come to the alley the other day, he was pulled over all the way.
It's a journalism, but who knows? Their cycles or some year that I had. Yes. We were constantly paying $35 fees. So I eliminated that, so there's another way for us to do it. And that's a payout fund. That way we get charged for over postage.
Which is great.
We get charged for all this.
Seven bells.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we sit down, can we have a moment for Diane Bradshaw, please? And can I say, she was a great council person to us. She did us well.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace. Thank you.
Please silence your phones. The meeting is being videoed and recorded. First on the agenda is to fill our open council position of vice president.
Both sides of it.
I moved that, being that Cindy was already put in as pro tem, she moved right up. That's what we did when Jared stepped down, Mark stepped in, Ken stepped over. Do we have any objections? Everyone in favor? Looks like that, okay. Okay, Cindy, congratulations. Okay, okay, quick and easy, nice. Reassignment of committees, I had huh? Oh. Well, should we wait till all council members are present at the meeting to discuss that?
Well, that's what
happened. I don't see why it wouldn't. Is that appropriate? Can you table the
Yes, you have
pro
30
tem
days.
position?
Yeah,
It's 30 days,
yes, I'm an
exactly?
essential position.
Okay. Thank you, Cindy. 30 days. I had actually, the next on the agenda is reassignment of committees, which I'd already spoke to several members. We're gonna put Mark in with Public Works and Christine in with Property and Planning with Cindy. Any questions? Okay. Well, should I do these ones as well right now?
You do have a vacancy.
We have a vacancy on the zoning.
Christina, you
stepped down from the zoning hearing board, is that
Yes, I
correct?
have,
Yeah,
yes.
because of your position now.
Right.
Mhm.
So you now have a vacancy on the zoning hearing board that will need filled.
I'd like to nominate someone if I could.
Absolutely.
I've already talked to her, I'd like to nominate Skylar Steele from the borough.
I'll second that.
You accept?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
And then that just leaves us with an
Do
opening.
we have to vote on it or no?
Any other nominations? You do need to vote on that, yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Oh, good. Then we would just have to worry about the vacancy on the actual vacancy board.
You also have a vacant council seat now.
No, the vacancy on no, Christina.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
The vacancy board.
Yeah, the vacancy board, you
For
do
the
need to
public.
fill, but
Yeah,
it should be filled, but it's not a critical
okay,
position at this point.
okay.
And
So we're gonna-
Since you don't have any vacancies.
We can table that
That
one
can't
for
be
30 days
council.
as well. No,
On the
that's the
vacancy
public.
board, no, that's to remember the public.
Because Brenda doesn't have anything to do anyway.
Wow.
Just teasing. She knows
Okay.
I'm teasing her because I just love it. She's
Welcome,
great.
Skylar. Public comments.
Good evening. My name is Bill Kerr, 515 First Street, Apollo, and Dave Colder. We represent the First Lutheran Church, and I believe you have a copy of the letter. And I'd just like to highlight a couple things, and then questions that you have, I'll defer to Mr. Colder to answer. As you may know, we in the letter we indicated that we're looking at the Lutheran Church parking lot, which is two partials between North 3rd Street and North 4th Street. The alley that goes between is actually designated as Lutheran Church Alley by 911 standards. As we look at different options to improve the lot, which is also shared with Apollo Hose Company number 2. They use it for various meetings, bingo on Wednesday nights and so forth. We're looking at options that might be best as to how to approach it. So a couple things. We wanted to know if the Borough would have any interest in improving the alley, perhaps through liquid fuel dollars, or as we look at our options using an engineering firm, what would it take to abandon the alley and the Lutheran Church would own it all. As you may know, we do snow removal, we do make repairs to the lot, and one of the big issues is that any improvements such as paving would require adequate drainage. And I should have mentioned this in the beginning, we're all about improving Apollo. We want the best for Apollo, and we think it would also add to the enhancement of that neighborhood with some controlled parking. If we invest a great deal of money, we certainly want to in some way control neighborhood parking and so forth to make sure that it's always available for church activities as well as obviously the fire department. So with that, since you have most of the details in the letter that Dave and I put together, I'll just defer any questions that you have to Dave.
I
Mr. Colder?
actually have a couple of questions.
Great.
Okay, right now it is controlled parking, right? It's
Pretty much.
It's for you guys, it's always been, as long as I remember, for the church and like fire hall bingo and stuff like that. Okay, and the second question I have is, there's nothing else in that alley that would be if we would abandon it, what about like, does Weston Arms use that alley, or does, where Thrift Hardware was?
And Zecca, right.
Is that Zecca? Yeah,
There's two
Zecca.
businesses in Zecca.
Yeah, do they use that alley? Would that be
I
an
I don't
influence on
think,
them?
I don't
That's
think
his
that,
rear exit out of his parking lot, so yes.
I think Bernie uses the exit out onto Warren Avenue more than any other, but,
He
cer-
does use that exit, cause I've dropped food off in that box at the
And that's-
library and I've seen it go up.
there are also, a residence on that corner over on 3rd Street. Now, that's where the alley passes between the residence and, it's not really Western Arms, what's it called? you know, the
Is that
pla-
quality life now, like the?
yeah, whatever it's called, yeah. So I don't know what you would want to do with that portion of the alley. Doesn't really doesn't might meet up to our property. So I don't know. Years ago, when we talked about improving it and widening it, the idea was to widen it the whole way so that the whole alley qualified for liquid fuel funds. I'll get my mouth working here.
It doesn't have one?
What do you need to add?
That I'm not real sure on the widening of it.
That was the issue before. It was not deemed to be wide enough
Okay.
to qualify for the liquid fuels funds, in my understanding. I'm no expert on liquid fuels and roads, I'm not.
But what I'm saying, if Zecca wanted to come out, would you permit him to be?
Oh, sure.
Towards the alley?
Sure.
And that could be in writing.
Sure. We get along very well with Bernie. He's a great guy and helps us out with many things. The residents would probably need to survey. I'm not so sure that there may be an encroachment on our land. And if there is, then we want to make sure that we go through all the legal steps to document, that what's ours and what's hers or theirs, and make sure that we're all of the same mind. We're a church. We're really not out to make any enemies or try to, say, get out of here, you can't do
How
this.
much of the alley, like you said about the west, I'm gonna call west.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the house, you said not necessarily that part. How far would you want from North Fourth Street, like over to past the dumpster at the fire hall, or?
Yeah, I believe it's our property, down to where the telephone pole sits in the corner. I know it's an electric pole, I'm sorry, but anyway, the pole sits in the corner, and where there's a fence right now, I'm not sure about that fence. That fence may actually be a foot or two onto our property. I'm not sure. We haven't had it surveyed.
Okay.
To clarify something, I think we would want to abandon the alley on the perimeter of what the church lot is, not necessarily taking that portion from Zika, Weston Arms, and Amanda Baum's property. So there's a short section
Yeah.
that still may be the Borough's. We're just looking at our property, and it would be access in and out. It would be lined with arrows, parking lines, so that whether it's fire department or the church, we want to have organization with how people should park, basically.
Oh, they still need to.
So I think we need to go out and look at the property firsthand.
We're gonna have to,
make
yeah.
a kind of decision on it and, look at the property lines, cause I lived on North Third right there and, we need to double check with a few things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be two ways or one way?
I think it's two.
It's
now.
Should be two ways.
It's two now.
It's two-way now, yes.
Yeah, cause
We have to
North
keep it that
Third
way
is
because of the fire.
one way.
Yeah.
So it has, if something's blocked at the end, they
There
can
has to
have
be
a
a-
lot.
That'd be a,
Yeah, so we have
Short
to
term.
look and.
I think we would be willing to meet with you and the committee
Sure.
on site so we can communicate.
We can share what we know. I do have a plot plan. I didn't bring it with us, but we do have a plot plan of what we think is ours. Now, when you tell me, okay, where's that exact point, we haven't had it surveyed. I can't do that, but I think we can provide some additional information for you.
I think we need that.
I'd say, between me and you, your property and Tammy, you're familiar with it from living there. The three of us
Yeah,
could meet with
I
you.
don't have a problem.
That'd be great.
Anybody else, of course.
We have the county assessment drawings as well.
Okay.
That's really what I was talking about, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay?
Is that the?
So basically, just real quick, so basically, if you take this over, you're going to put all the money into doing what needs to be done or what you want to do with it, correct?
Right, we're not asking board council for anything.
Okay.
Your engineer may have to be involved, but we'll hire an engineer to lay it out, the specifications, and then also the fire department, we will ask the fire department to contribute. They're short of funds too. We don't have deep pockets,
but we want to improve the property, you know, it will be
It
a
does
great
definitely need improvement.
enhancement.
Everything in the follow.
Yeah.
Okay?
And we'll also come back to them, Bill, if we want to move the curb cut. I think that's something that has to be approved by council.
Yes.
Certainly, we want to tie into the storm drain. I mean, when part of the drainage plan, and again, I don't know what all we're gonna need to do, but I suspect that we're gonna be talking to whoever it is that's got to approve those things as we go through.
Very frustrating.
What is your time frame on wanting to complete this?
Well, I hate to give you anything too definite because we don't really know the cost yet. Quite honestly, you know, we had a cost from a couple of years ago and it was significant. So, you know, it would not be, I don't see, certainly nothing in 2026. It would be nice to be ready for 2027, but again, until, you know, if it's gonna be $100,000, the church doesn't have $100,000 to put into a parking lot. But, you know, we
Better start some bake sales.
It's selling better than ham loaves.
there you go. Hamlo's tomorrow, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I think before we could move forward, we wanted to get some sense of Borough Council, and then we'll communicate, work with you, and then we have to approve a budget for 2027 as well. So if we could work out all the details between now and the end of the year, we get it in our budget, that works.
Okay. And we will set up a meeting and meet you on site.
Have on there.
Yes, Ron, absolutely.
Okay?
Do you know how to get a hold of Bill or I?
Absolutely.
Okay, he's a famous guy.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you all. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, Council. And Solicitor, thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you. Alrighty.
I have something.
Anything else in the, yes.
I'm Skylar Skill, I live at 800 Terrace Avenue. I want to talk about the house beside mine, 805 Terrace. I think Brenda knows that there's been issues there with them not maintaining the property. It's been vacant since the end of 2024. They do not live there. They come and go, they drop the kids off there in the morning for school and they pick them up after. They don't live there, they have not lived there. My dad has been maintaining that yard every summer. Last summer and then the summer before, even when they did live there, they never did anything to that house. The retaining wall by the garage is falling down. There's a sewage pipe sticking up out of the ground. It's overgrown. There's trash all around that house. And they throw out like 12 bags like on garbage night. Doesn't get picked up. Council member Fox moved up bags to different people's garbage to get them picked up because they've been sitting there for over a week. It's just,
Because they have too many.
There's too many.
I don't even know if they paid their bill. They haven't lived there.
We pay the bill and then they pay us back.
Yeah, so I don't know,
Yeah, but
but
they're out on the
it's over 10 bags when they do put it out.
What are
And
they
it's
doing?
just,
Just getting all the trash out and,
yeah, the garage
back in the
is
place
stuffed full of trash. Someone bought a
abandoned?
trailer in last week with like junk and scrap on it and they threw it in the garage. And then when they feel
In the
like
garage?
in the garage, but there's stuff around their house.
Yeah, there's mattresses last, because I walked past it the other day.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's horrible,
And
it's
so the
been
kids
horrible.
don't live there either. Like,
Even when
nobody
they live
lives
there.
But the kids are still going to Apollo, even though they're living in Leechburg with his family. So the school was notified. I know that for a fact. But
Okay.
they're not living there. So that's a whole nother.
yeah,
they're
that's a
not
whole
allowed to do
separate
that
issue.
either.
Wow.
And it's they've not lived there since end of 2024. And even when they did live there, they didn't maintain their property.
No.
Brenda can attest to that because I spoke to her and Sherry before.
Now,
when
do they
they
own this home?
They've lived there since I think 2020.
Well, they have, yeah.
But as long as they've lived there, it's never been taken care of.
There's a strange situation with that ownership. I think it's him and his mother?
Probably,
His
I would,
ex-wife or something?
probably his mother. That's who they're currently living
I don't
with.
understand why we have all these vacant houses that are just let go.
Yeah.
That's why I want to know. It's been vacant for over a year
Yes.
and nothing's been done about
This has
it.
been year
I
after.
am.
year.
And even before when they were
I'm the
living there,
Borough
I
house,
brought
and
it to the
that's 22
attention.
years
I've come to
ago,
meetings
and I-
before.
Yes.
Can you say that again?
I've come to meetings before about the property, even when they were living there. And
Right.
it has not, it's only gotten worse. nothing's being done.
Is there a remote possibility that maybe they're preparing for these cleanup days and having all that garbage?
No, because this has been this way for as long as they've lived there.
No,
It's
so that
just
would
trash.
explain why they're living in Leechburg and bringing their children over to Apollo.
No, they have not lived there.
Yeah.
But
Instead of paying to have it hauled away, they can bring it down to the.
But still, then it's just an eyesore and it's gonna attract rodents and.
well, that's the reason my dad is maintaining their property to keep rodents out of our property, and he's not going to this year. I've told him he is not to take care of their property this year because he has knee problems and he shouldn't have to take care of someone else's property
Absolutely.
to stop us from getting rodents. That should be them, and if not them, then you guys need to make sure that it gets taken care of some way.
Something on and Rome about for.
We do have the nuisance ordinance.
I was just gonna say
That's
that.
the borough will come in and clean
I
it
can
up and
relate it
ensure
to
there's-
Rome.
Yeah, he's still
We
waiting.
did, Dave and I just had a conversation about the houses, because I have that one, there's one on North Fifth Street, so I will,
I gave him a list of dangerous properties today.
yeah, I will mention that one as well, and we also talked about the grass, because I know it's the beginning of the season, but my neighbor's grass is this high already,
So is
so
it-
I did speak to them.
805 Terrace.
805.
5. 805.
805, what is it, 805?
Terrace.
Terrace.
It's not just the grass, it's the trash and everything else.
Everything.
It's everything.
Oh, right
You
back
have
where
a
it was
picture on
before.
your phone.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think
just,
there's animals inside. Like
There's
every now
cats.
and then you'll hear
Oh,
cats.
now that is, that's,
There's
I didn't know about
cats,
that.
you'll see
no,
them.
it's just cats now. They finally took the
But that's
dogs
still an
out.
issue, that's abandonment, so that now is a
Yeah.
whole different subject.
Yes,
And it was
That's
sitting in the window crying.
It's always in the window.
Okay, so
okay.
So I'll speak to him about that, because now that there's an animal in
Yeah, there
it,
is.
that's a whole other.
There's
That's
at least
That's a whole other animal.
Yes.
I can
At
call,
least one.
the Humane Society, I have connections.
Yeah.
Well, whatever needs to be done first.
If they're
I mean, not-
abandoned,
Yeah,
you don't hurt
All right. You contact them, you get with Rome,
right.
This
and
way,
let's get
just
the
a little bit that way
situation
I can
solved.
see past. So, I'm sorry.
That's just.
I didn't know what you screwed it up here.
I mean, I'm such a thing on that.
Thank you.
Running around out there, that's disgusting.
Here's the thing, with high grass and
Now
stuff
let's
like
get you
that,
over
that's
with the
notorious
foot.
for ticks.
That way I can slide over some.
Buckets with water around, mosquitoes, yeah.
Which way do you want me to go?
This way you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
No, please and no.
There you go.
Thank you, Skylar.
Thank you.
no,
So what,
Okay,
what
so-
about, can I ask about the nuisance ordinance, like where do we stand, I know, right here. Where do we stand with that, like I know that we worked on that several years ago, and.
Yeah, it was voted into law, we ended up repealing like the grass ordinance and a bunch of them just to put it into one.
Mhm.
And I believe it says, I don't know about me. I believe it says that if you're in violation, you get a letter sent. If you don't clean it up, the borough will come and clean it up and then put a lien on your property.
and we
Yeah,
are
and then we
doing
send
that
a
with people.
bill, and then they go to the magistrate, and be like, I'll pay $10 a month.
You know, another
We
thing
need to
too,
be stricter.
We're
Right,
directly
and
doing
then he throws it
it.
out, sorry. Yeah.
Another thing with that cleanup too, is Ron's mentioned this to me several times when he's been cleaning up the property down at, the Eagles Club. People are wanting their grass cut because what we're charging them and billing them is far less than what they would pay somebody to come out. So we need to take the price up
Oh,
for
yeah.
what he's doing to make it at least more than cover his sin,
Aren't we
because
covering, aren't you doing your per hour, like we should be doing his hourly wage at least, like.
We do.
Yeah,
More
but
than this.
that's-
We should make
but
it-
his hourly rate
Gas
is cheaper than what it's gonna cost
Right.
somebody to come out to do it.
Doesn't
That's-
the ordinance say something plus $500, like,
I
doesn't
think
it say
it's-
something like that?
I think it says something plus, I believe it's 10%. But I'm not.
That's
entirely
still
sure.
really cheaper than kids.
That's-
Kids
yeah.
charge
It was like
$50.
2022.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about the
Like I said, I
I
stopped
don't
in
have,
last
when you
week,
guys
I was
changed
cutting
my things,
eagles,
I
and
don't
he
have, I
said,
don't even know if mine are current.
if you're gonna cut grass, go up and cut mine. Yeah.
Put on a grower or something.
I mean, we're gonna have to make it a little outrageously expensive for people not to cut their grass.
Make it a true consequence.
Yes.
So they, yeah,
That's
so
what I
we
mean,
have
it
a
needs
big
to be
enough
stricter,
consequence.
this is
We
ridiculous.
can do that, we need to put that right.
Yeah, my neighbor moved out, that's why his grass is
Yeah.
what.
We're gonna have to do
People
an
listen to us,
amendment
somebody
ordinance
gets back in the
that
bank
says
somewhere,
that.
they just leave it sit.
Correct.
And you also got-
Okay,
So far this year, we've billed 2 people. We eliminated the safety hazard up on First Street and the Eagles.
Hey, did somebody catch the rooster? Did we get taken care of? I think so, I thought
On
somebody,
First Street?
I thought somebody left it
No.
alone. But I think, did somebody leave it out and it got loose? Is that why it's gone? Cause there was a rooster in the parking lot.
a rooster?
The rooster in the parking lot.
Pick up on the hill too.
Okay, so I
Why
have a
don't you-
nuisance ordinance.
Okay.
Any person who shall violate this shall pay a fine of not less than 50 nor more than 500. And then the removal of nuisances, any person who shall maintain it will get a letter within 14 days after written notice from the borough. They'll come in and clean it. All costs and expenses as reasonably incurred in removal, together with an additional 10% of such costs shall be charged against and collected from the persons or person violating this
So
ordinance.
I'm hearing that right, that there's a fine and
Yes.
Yes.
So it kind of leaves it open, right, to,
sorry?
that's made a fine
leave it
500.
open to what we would charge that then?
Within reason, yes.
Yeah.
Ordinance
So
for the,
I
for the
don't know
money
anything now, but it sounds like
There's
that's,
all we're
that's a nice
charging them is
little.
what Ron gets an hourly rate, which isn't fair.
No, we're charging them more than that.
We have to.
They're getting gas disposal. But the problem that we're having is with most of these out-of-state owners,
Right.
they're not gonna come back for a hearing, they're not gonna come back for anything.
This guy's not out of state.
they're
No,
there
not
every
that
day.
one, but-
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
The other
the
ones
Eagles
that
is
we're
correct.
They're in Minnesota. The lady up on First Street is in Tennessee.
So just why?
The new people who just bought, is in California.
All right, then we need to revisit that, make it a little stricter. And, I mean, it just looks hideous. If we're gonna try to get Apollo up and running, every single nook and cranny.
I think as a matter of policy, you can set whatever you wanna charge without having to amend the ordinance.
That's what I was getting at, it leaves it open
Starting,
to.
yeah, what, 15 to 500?
So what do we charge
And
an
that's
hour?
for the fine.
The fine,
That's the
okay,
fine.
that's the
If
fine.
you wanna change the fine, you would have to amend the
Yeah,
ordinance.
no,
Yeah,
We're
there isn't a
talking about the
specific fee for
remediation
anything
part
else,
of it.
just
remediation.
whatever we
At our
charge plus
discretion?
10%.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna have to discuss what a jumping off point.
That's my doctor.
I'm not Dr. Evil. Okay, anything else on that? We all know what we're, okay. Let's move
We
forward to.
will take care of something. small.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Approve the meeting minutes from March.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from March.
The only thing that I see on this is, did Ken abstain from the vote to
Yes.
get on Christine? Because I thought he said yes.
No, because I asked them, so I'm thinking,
Yeah, please, thank you.
I second.
who was first?
Cindy. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Solicitors report.
I think before you this evening is request to approve the handicap replacement curb cut ordinance that we discussed at last month's meeting. That ordinance was advertised as required. I did have a chance, and with, again, apologies to Michelle, I did review the social media policy that was contemplated. I did make some suggested revised changes, I don't know if you have those or not, but
Yeah.
that should be before you this evening. Also, Sherry had forwarded to me a proposed ordinance on data centers as well as the sewer ordinance. I also had a chance to review those and make some changes, so whatever the will of council is this evening with regard to those when you get to that point. No new information on the pending litigation. The briefing schedule was set by the Commonwealth Court. Briefs are due and will be filed in a timely manner. At that point, we sit and wait for their decision. So that's where we are.
Just waiting, getting old.
Yes, I know, it is.
Like I'm aging.
We all are.
I used to have hair.
You too.
I'm not right.
That was wrong.
The one one vote you will need to take is to approve or not approve the handicap ramp ordinance. The other ones would be votes to consider advertising the ordinances that are being proposed, and then of course you have the social media policy proposal as well.
Okay, has everyone had a chance to look over the handicap curb cut ramp ordinance?
Yes.
You approve this pay first, or
I'm sorry?
so we approve to pay, or not?
All right,
That's
it's
at the
entirely
bottom.
up to you.
At the bottom, okay. I'm putting that in my trusty Bible here.
Okay, so we need a motion to
Motion to,
advertise.
no,
You want to first
we need
approve
to
the
approve the,
ordinance that was
handicap.
advertised.
yes, this one already was advertised.
Okay, I make a motion to advertise the handicap.
We already advertised to
Approve.
approve.
Approved.
I'll second it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
Did you second?
I second it, yeah.
Sherry seconded, yes.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passed. Next, social media policy. Has everyone had a chance to go over this? From looking at it last time, I don't see anything different, or am I just?
It's just words here. and
Yeah, okay.
They added little whereas.
Just
because
clean
they
up some
whereas.
And what are
You don't have to
our
advertise
opinions
it
on
right there,
this?
right?
That's just a policy, you do not need to advertise that.
Oh, okay.
That
But we do
is
need to,
that's at the discretion of council.
Okay, so I'll speak up as I always do. I'm not in favor of this, and I'm not signing it, I'm not supporting it.
Did you read it?
I did read it, and I'm staying put because it's just more, it just opens the book for more possibilities of more. I mean, I feel like you're just going after one person on this, and I think it's just gonna cause a lot more aggravation for us, and it's not gonna go anywhere.
Who are we
Because
going
It's still
after?
freedom of speech, you can't go after anybody that talks on
It
there.
doesn't block free speech. It even says in it that it doesn't.
Exactly, it really has no relevance, it doesn't.
The current social media policy says don't talk about anything at all.
I'm not,
That's
I'm
violated.
not changing my opinion.
I'm agreeing with you as well.
I'm siding with Karen on this as well. For my own personal reasons, actually.
Okay, well, I'll keep violating the current one then. Because the current one is violating everyone's First Amendment rights.
I didn't say the first one was,
Our current one.
I didn't say I cared for that one either, I'm talking about this current one. Anybody else?
anybody else have anything to
Can I ask you
contribute?
a favor, just cause I haven't had time to like really go through this, can you just summarize like what's the main difference between this and the other?
This one
The
says that
current.
we can talk about borough business. You cannot, on this page, it says, don't be profane, obscene, vulgar, threatening, no sexual content, no personal data. Do not communicate information shared in executive session. Make sure you check with Brenda before posting. Anything to make sure it's in its final form.
This is for us, not the public.
Wait, I'm confused. We
Yeah.
have to consult with
So
me
first of all,
before they.
They're encouraged to check with you before posting anything, to make sure it's in its final form like the
I don't
agenda.
have time to do that.
So,
No,
as in,
no,
This
just,
is
as
just
in us
for
as a
us.
council,
Yes, us,
before
it's
we
not the
post
public.
anything?
No, this is just borough stuff.
Yeah.
no, like, I post the agendas. I don't ask you about it, because I don't post it until it's on the website, because if
Right.
it's on the website, I
Well,
assume
then
it's in
that's-
its final form.
But you as a
But
council
that's-
person should have your own, I mean, that's why we came to be a person to represent the town, and we should have self-respect for ourselves and for our town, not to worry about doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
people
there's no-
should, number one, be
Yeah, so
using
why
common
is
sense.
there a current policy that blocks everything?
There isn't. Oh, well,
There
It's
is,
just in, it's the one in the policy book?
yes.
Do you
Yeah, I
follow?
think you'll get it.
I was gonna
Okay,
say, I think I familiarize them
Yeah,
with
let's-
that,
yes.
because I don't know
For
what
your
that
sake.
is
and is this
versus
towards
this.
our citizens' employees, cause we're not employees of the borough.
Jeez, everybody volunteers.
No, it isn't.
Anybody involved in the borough shouldn't be doing that stuff.
Borough, boards,
Yeah.
officials, officers. and
But
volunteers.
nobody's there's no volunteers
Yeah,
posting anything.
Nobody is, but if it were to happen. Ex-council members and the ex-secretary used to get in Facebook arguments with
Yeah.
people online. That is what.
On
this
their own
told-
personal Facebook
Yes.
page?
Yes,
Yeah, no.
that is
But
what.
that's
this
not
is.
on the borough website. So you can't control what they say on their own Facebook page. They
Is the
could
events,
fight with their neighbor, fight with their husband, fight with the dog.
is the events
We
page
can't-
considered for a website or no, because they're not?
Well, that's more
I was
public
covered in
relations.
this. I
All
was
we do is
already
post,
a child, a
like
lot by
the-
somebody on that website.
you know, movie night, Easter egg hunt,
Yeah.
social stuff for the town, for the kids and the families to come and do.
Yeah.
I think it would just be more appropriate if we set forth and told everyone, literally have some common sense and what your P's and Q's.
Do we all want copies of this?
It's online.
No.
It's online, everything.
Why don't they just vote to get rid of the previous one, not have
My
one at all?
concern is this proposal.
I understand both sides and I am like torn on how to vote on this right now.
It says here that it does not include accounts maintained by individual council members.
Yeah,
Yeah, our private account.
That's your private page.
yeah,
So
that's your,
this doesn't affect anything private.
Nobody actually reads.
Right, it says it right here.
Did you say nobody else can read?
No, I said nobody actually reads.
Yeah, it says it right here. It doesn't include individual councils.
okay.
So
Well,
this is,
it literally sounds like we're at a standstill for the moment. I mean, this is a tough one, I'm not gonna lie, it is, I mean,
Why don't we just do a little bit of research and table it for now?
I would definitely say more research. I mean, I'm not trying to put you off, I just
No,
wanna make
I think
sure,
you guys need to actually read it and understand it, because I don't understand what the issues are. It says what it says, and it doesn't say what you guys are saying.
Can I get a copy of that, please? Thank you.
You can table it for this meeting.
yes.
So I can think on it?
I just, there's,
Did anybody ever post
Share.
on our actual page?
Why don't they just get rid of it?
No. Okay.
Brenda.
Do we even have
That-
a page anymore?
yes,
I had an events page, but I took it
If
down
it's
because
that
I
big
had
of an
events
issue,
up
why
there.
Right.
not
Borough
just
newspaper
get
is
rid
not
of
shut
all
down
one?
correctly,
You're saying
so
it's
it's,
supposed to be one anyway, why would you not just get rid of it?
I can't make it on it, because I can't.
Why not just vote out the old ordinance?
So just delete the page, just get rid of the people on there?
well, that's the thing, once it's out
she
there, it's out
didn't read
there.
it, she deleted the accounts, not the page.
before we table it, I want to understand, we have an old policy in place.
You currently have a policy.
So we have a policy in place.
Yes, that's what she's copying to hand you right now,
So it's either that or this.
yes.
Doesn't look like policy, right? Is it?
Like,
And it's just
like,
Scott, am I right that this would just be switching them? It wouldn't be like advertising ordinance?
Correct, this is,
So we would just take that one off the
This is
book
just
and put that one in?
that's correct.
It doesn't look like.
It's down at the bottom,
it's just one page.
yes, one page, down at the bottom.
Yeah, it's just.
But it says,
It's not the one.
or do you guys post this or post that?
Would you like
On the
another copy,
private
sir?
page, it's in there.
Oh,
It's not,
oh, okay.
but the current one says that they can't post anything, or advertise for events or anything.
Well, basically,
They're
when
all
you get
broken
voted
out
in
by
that
advertising.
council.
So when was the first one brought in?
So the old
Yeah, I
one
don't know
is
what
gone,
this is from.
the old one is gone, that's the one that's actually going to do freedom of speech, because now you can't, as a council member, can't post anything on social media or advertise anything.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bunch of.
Isn't this employee handbook just rewritten like last year?
Yeah.
Some of it was,
Okay. If you wanna take last year as a,
Oh, nice. So that is now, it wasn't even signed. But now we do have to sincerely look deeper into this, cause then we have to have one signed and put in properly. Yeah.
And it's only,
So now we
again,
need to
it's only
include-
refers to people employed in the, with the borough or us. This does
Council.
not apply to Joe Smo down the street or Betty Sue up the block.
There is a section, I don't have it, so the new one. There's one section that says if any member of the public is commenting on our pages, profane, obscene, vulgar, harassment, then we are allowed to delete it.
Okay.
That is the only thing in there that states for a random person.
For a random person, okay.
Following up on what Michelle said, reading this language, it's clearly not appropriate. It basically says you can't say anything as council members.
Yeah.
And that's simply something that the borough can't tell you as an elected official.
Right, this is just
You
part of
can't
the
do.
employee handbook, it's not a policy, or it's not a, doesn't go in the right to knows.
No,
it's just
not that little one,
No. No?
We can table it and you guys can look more into it, because you guys are the ones that need to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, especially now with. That was nice handbook. All right. I know, yes, I know, you're little honestly sucks. All right, so we're all considering that table for now. Please go home and read it. I'm going to read it again. Moving forward, invoice approval, solicitor,
I make a motion to pay him, but he needs to
Not me,
condense some of these,
not me,
condense some of these phone calls.
not me.
well, yeah, because, I mean, they're,
You're
these
not
are getting a
paying me.
little, I know we're not paying you directly, but listen, every time somebody just calls you and says, hey, guess what? Quit charging me $40.
Actually, I only do it about the first, maybe 3 or 4. Right, Brenda?
I don't know.
Or Brenda, or whoever, Jean, or me, or Mayor, or
Yeah, we
whoever, say, I have to call Scott, what do you need to ask him? Well,
Yeah,
one phone call.
everybody, yeah, just one, quit nitpicking, driving them crazy, and then making us pay all these big bills. Are we going to pay the bills?
Yeah, I make a motion to pay those.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Every, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? So approved, you get your bean counted this month. Engineering report. Monthly
I
report.
read that, yeah.
And we did, Brenda and I called, we do kinda have a Ninth Street, like mid-June, July, maybe start paving
Oh,
that.
yes. I
Time.
thought you skipped to the other one, yes.
No, no, no.
For June, July, they're gonna.
June, July, they're gonna start
Ninth
Ninth.
Street.
Well,
Well, no.
You say something good about,
they gotta open it up for bids first,
yeah,
and then,
Yeah, this was just,
so I'm
We're
gonna
looking-
say July, August, September.
so we can open up for bids like tonight?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
not
they're not done yet.
I'm not waiting
It
till
was
September.
June, July last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we're opening up for bids in June or July?
He's gonna, they're hoping to open up the bids in June,
yeah.
or
No, that is not
put
what I
out the
said.
bid for June,
Yes.
and then we'll accept them in July, August.
This is for paving?
Yes.
Why do we have to wait till June, just because I don't know?
Because they're not done with all the, Ninth Street is a lot to deal
They were
with. There's
not-
gonna be a whole new pipe coming down into Ninth Street.
They were just up there.
a
Who's
whole
they,
new
the gas
drain.
company, or are they
No, that
down
was the
there?
water company.
That was the water company.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Okay.
They're speaking on
If
this
the
whole
bids are
in Ninth
coming in
Street.
that late, that
Yes.
they even gonna have a chance to do it this year.
I told him I want it done this year.
Yeah, well, that's, yeah,
Doesn't have
that's
to
a
be done this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sitting on that print?
It don't have to be, it can go one more year, but I told him
My
want,
car's not gonna make it another year down that street.
I want it done this year.
It needs to be,
I avoid that street.
Because I'm telling
Yes.
people, we're getting the grant,
Yes.
we're
No,
doing
no.
something, and
we are getting there, it is getting done.
show the people we're
I know,
doing
I have
something.
Yes.
problems when the chambers, and my cards get.
All right.
Okay.
Totally lost my train of thought.
Engineer report.
It's really all about the,
Okay.
even the part they patched is starting to come up.
Do we wanna discuss
Do we
the
have-
FEMA?
Oh, yes,
I mean, that's later on, but we can, everybody.
Uh-huh.
bye.
The engineers contacted me the day it was due to proceed with a letter of interest for a FEMA hazard mitigation assistance program to fix the bridge. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So the cost is coming in after hydraulic analysis at $375,000. Of that, we will have to match about 15%, which is $56,000.
Which is cheaper than us doing it ourselves. Right? What did
You have to do a hydraulic analysis, you know.
Yes, it's cheaper than what doing it ourselves, because he gives a higher price estimate of last year, I think.
And our match may not even be that bad, because I've talked with the engineers about getting that more affordable for us.
That's
That's-
exciting.
Been our only hope to fix that bridge.
Do they permit in-kind match instead of just cash? In other words, if the borough committed an amount of time to the project, would that count towards the match?
I did not ask that.
Probably worth asking.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bob can give
Some
some of the
grants
cost
do
tremendous
permit that.
costs with the,
Some grants do
Engineer.
permit that.
Okay. Anything else with that, Brenda?
No, we got out of order.
That's okay, it's on there.
now before, since I'm, so, right here, the LSA, that's one we've already submitted, we're waiting on an answer.
The website?
The statewide grant?
Yeah. Because Terrace Avenue's on there, we're, you know,
Resubmitted the grant application, 4th, 7th, and Terrace.
we couldn't use that money towards any money. If we get the team, could we?
The FEMA grant, you can't use any other federal funds.
Okay,
I do know that.
okay.
So it'll be strictly for the bridge.
But it's a light at the end of the tunnel that we're.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I'm
It
all
absolutely is.
I'm all for it.
Yep.
Okay. So we need to approve the invoice.
I'll make a motion to approve Gibson Thomas's invoice.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Pass. Mrs. Mayor, do you have anything to add this evening?
So I spoke to Officer Ormanelli today, I think I talked earlier on about the grass ordinances and a few houses that needed some ordinances, and now another one, he's going to, we're gonna make an effort to write some ordinance, some citations,
Yeah,
and whatever.
he's stretched thin.
I know,
Is there anything we can do to help? No,
no, we can't do it.
it's gotta be you
He has
and
to
him,
do it.
yep, I
I mean,
know.
you could report them and tell them, but, I mean, I think I drive around and not think he does, but I missed that one, so obviously.
Were you allowed to write citations or no?
Never.
Oh, yeah, I do a ton of them.
Are you still the ordinance?
No, I have more of a room, but it's.
I think I read them up that way, no.
Yeah.
To see
We could get somebody else to work. Since he's
The
such
back
a-
is
Yeah, then you
Well,
can
I've
go
been out
down
of work
for
8 hours
mine,
every 2
and
weeks now.
This one is worse though, I have to say. I
Okay,
do have to say this one is worse. This, even getting that in and out of this driveway is horrible.
anything else?
Never.
Okay. Public safety report.
Well, the only problem that we're gonna have right now, and it's gonna fall on the police with all these kids running around on these e-bikes and all over the streets
It's
and
terrible.
in and out of the grove. I mean, the only way we're gonna get any kind of satisfaction is if somebody on duty could pull them over or grab them or do something.
I got 3 complaints on the phone call this week. 3.
I've all been going, they run through this alley faster than they go down
They,
the
somebody
highway.
lives at the bottom of my street and goes up South Third, and they fly. And the little girl actually fell the other day, and now she had somebody on the back, and whoever she had in the back has a cast on her ankle now. So,
They're riding down the main highway too.
Yeah,
Is there something that the state can do about this?
Well, there is something they can do, the question is, do they have the manpower to do it?
right.
and that's
The quick answer to that is no.
So we called them on that issue, one of my people. And they said to her that, she even tried to say it was a nuisance or whatever, and they said, we don't call on that.
yeah.
We're not allowed to just say no e-bikes involved, are we?
No, all
There's no
the
way
kids
to-
are getting them for Christmas and Easter and birthdays.
Can you do an ordinance?
No, I was just gonna say
You
that.
can, and you can limit the speed of them, and that's what they do on, for example, the Armstrong Trail, you're allowed e-bikes up to a certain mile per hour. I think the threshold is 22 or 23, but even that's gonna be pretty quick on these
Again,
alleys.
who's gonna
Yeah,
monitor
how do you
that?
know?
You know, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit on my porch and,
You know,
Right.
have somebody down the trail with a speed gun.
yeah.
We have,
I mean, it's up at the Grove as well. I'm
You
up
should
there
see the little guy on
weekly.
the drivable scooter, he's on his dog, like,
Oh my God, I'm telling you right now, somebody's gonna get hurt, and somebody's gonna get
yeah,
hurt.
Yeah.
I think this is a,
We
catch
definitely-
22 moot point type deal because
Yeah.
we're gonna have to pay money to advertise it.
Yeah,
We have nobody to enforce it,
correct.
so what's the sense of doing it?
I don't know.
And
How about-
we're just gonna get more right to knows on this ordinance.
Can we, she sends those monthly garbage and food.
They go to the landlord though. Not to
To
the
the
tenant.
landlord.
You know, because I never see anything that the only way I see anything is if I get a picture sent to me, that's it.
So how are we going to go to the school to reach the parents?
These kids are
Parents
not just
in
gonna
town
follow,
don't
they're coming
do
over from
squat.
I
everywhere.
know, so that's what I'm saying, we need to figure out a way to get these parents to understand their child's going to get hurt.
And the
Their
problem
child's
is
gonna
that
get hurt bad.
did
Then
you
they're
not
gonna
see the
sue Paula.
Facebook page whenever somebody
the person
complained
is
about
driving
it?
the car
And
that
they're
hits
like,
them.
let the
Yeah.
kids be,
Yeah,
let
let
them
kids
do what
be
they
kids.
want, let them
Well,
have
that's not
fun.
being a kid, go out and play kickball.
It's not just kids though.
No, it's not.
There's
There's
a man
adults.
on Ninth Street, I don't know if you've ever
With the
seen him.
long gray
Yep.
hair?
He starts at the top of Ninth Street and flies down Ninth Street, makes a turn onto Terrace and goes flying down
And
Terrace.
he flies up Seventh.
There is a man that drives on a dirt bike in the road with a little boy on the front.
And there's another guy
Every
with a dirt
evening?
bike and a little boy.
Yeah.
And he
Every
flies.
day.
He
There was
flies.
a dirt bike guy
Right through
too,
stop
yes,
signs.
I've seen her, yeah.
Every day.
And it's evening, it's like this
No,
time
it's
of
not
day.
just kids,
That's what I'm saying.
I,
Like it's not just a,
What worries me is, okay, and I'm not trying to rat my neighbors out, but I'm going to now. My neighbors cleared the top of the hill with that red truck in that, come flying up 7th Street like it's Indy 500, and he almost hit my neighbor's dog the other day that was outside. So we got issues with that, and then the guy with the e-bike, what happens if he flies up the street and gets hit?
well, until we get some more help and some more police officers,
Us
we
doing anything is-
literally,
It's just that
we're
that's
wasting
the
our
problem.
time and wasting our
We
breath.
need to advertise to get our police officer.
Yes, we do need to advertise, it's not advertised anywhere. Not even on our website page where it says open.
Because we have to discuss that.
For 4 years we've been discussing,
And we wanna-
we've been on then.
we have one ready to go.
Okay, good.
Do we need to approve the ad?
Approve placing the ad, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
just a simple motion.
But somebody needs to read it.
Yes.
Because we've already
I'm just
approved
saying,
that, didn't we already approve that?
I know, that's what I meant. I need to read it.
I
Yeah,
thought
oh,
we did,
God.
I got
I thought-
confused and retracted.
Yeah, we did already approve to advertise the open police positions.
No, I don't forget, but I thought you helped
I
write
didn't
it.
mean you.
Cindy, not this year,
Since
this
you're
year.
confused like I was.
Just make a motion now.
See what?
Let's make them-
Review.
Yes, and let parents see it. So we can get this moving.
Just send it on email.
No, I wanted to
No,
read an actual
doesn't.
physical paper.
Yeah, I just have to read it.
Yes. So we can take care of that.
can we go back to the e-bike thing, just
Absolutely.
sort of ties in there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What about would somebody call, like, we can't be the only ones dealing with this.
No, we,
Town, what do other places do, what do other towns do?
They're having the same kind of discussions you're
Yeah,
having.
and nothing's gonna get, as much as I think about it, even if we hire, it's not gonna get
The same
solved.
issue you have with side-by-sides and quads.
Exactly.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants something done with it, but there's no
What-
enforcement.
Realistically, what's gonna come of it,
nothing,
Nothing.
until somebody gets hurt,
till somebody gets hurt.
unfortunately.
And then they're gonna say it was our roads and sue us.
Well, then unfortunately, probably some innocent person's going to hit somebody else.
Yeah.
on
They're
And
gonna
whoever's
come out-
driving the car is gonna get sued too.
That's my,
Yes.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, they're gonna be the innocent person who hits the person on the e-bike.
Yeah, cause they're gonna
Because
pop
they-
up out of nowhere.
That guy doesn't even slow down, he comes down,
No.
They
makes the
don't have
turn
anything
and
that we can say
flies.
no e-bikes, cause it's not illegal to have an e-bike. I mean,
Right.
you can't have like, they used to say no bicycles on the sidewalks, can't we say no e-bikes on the road?
I was gonna say, there are towns that do have e-bikes illegal, can't we do something like that at all?
Can you see?
Well, you absolutely can.
Who's
I
gonna
mean, it's
enforce it?
enforcement.
Who's gonna enforce it?
that goes
We're
back
still
to
back at square
enforcement.
one.
Yeah, we don't have the police to write ordinance, we just don't have the manpower.
So then going backwards a step again, let's get her, Karen, let's get that advertisement checked to be placed.
Absolutely.
Okay, so who's,
I make a motion to advertise the police positions.
We already
after-
had that.
After,
We already had it, 3 months ago, we already approved it. This is the third time I've come here, we haven't advertised.
Remember I said we're voting?
Yes.
This year.
that, I'm not voting on it until she reads it.
Yeah.
We don't need to vote on it, we already approved the advertising, if we go back. I just have to read the letter.
You just need to read the
Yeah,
letter.
that's all. It's
Okay.
already done. We don't have to do any of that.
After you read it, then we're gonna advertise it.
Correct.
Perfect,
I don't know.
settled.
Brenda had to wait on something from Dave for the first month to make sure it was clear. It
Okay.
wasn't
there
because
was
she
a
didn't,
memorandum.
correct, it wasn't like it wasn't, she didn't advertise. There was stuff we had to do.
Okay. So now we are ready. We need to do
I
it
just
and
need to
then we
read
can go. Okay, perfect. Settled. And then, once we get an officer, we can possibly revisit this e-bike
Let's get set up for my garage, y'all.
and we'll just go get everybody a bunch of big wheels. All right, secretary and treasurer report.
Okay, last month you asked about the gas line installation projects. There is one scheduled for 2026 from Railroad to Grace. It's gonna go into 2027. The other 4 major projects are not scheduled until 2027.
Where's Grace?
Grace goes where the high road.
Railroad's for the high, in front of the high rise.
It's front of it, and then it's the road right down beside it.
Oh, the one beside, okay.
When did you say that is?
Not legislative.
From November
Because
of
it's Clifford's
twenty-six
the
to
next.
January of twenty-seven. They are being beat up by PennDOT for all of the other major projects, such as the one going up First Street, the one that we talked about last time, the one on Warren Avenue. They're being beat up by, the state over handicapped accessibilities.
So they're just as overwhelmed and overworked and shorthanded as we are. So unfortunately, you hate to say the word, we have to
Yes,
be patient, but that is the fact of the nature.
But there will be no dimming of the plaza in October for Halloween.
Okay,
We
thank you.
verified that.
Yeah.
Okay, the second thing that I have here is billing for vacancies. Jamie and I are proposing a resolution perhaps to amend a portion of the vacancy ordinance that doesn't state that people will be charged an administrative fee when they don't bring the fee for the inspection to the inspection.
That they won't be?
They're not bringing the fee to the inspection. So then we have to go back and we have to bill them.
Oh.
So you're doing.
And
They
it's-
just do a
it's-
time of inspection, basically.
It's
It's due upon
stated
time of
that
inspection?
it is due on time of inspection, yes. We have other fees for no-show is $50, the second no-show is $100 plus a citation. So that means they're automatically paying $150 citation and they're being taken to the magistrate. But when it comes down to this, 75% of the people in this last vacancy round, they didn't pay that day. So Jamie had a bill, there's the postage, there's the ink, the time, just everything.
I think that's a simple solution. You just have to add it to it, right, Scott?
So, am I hearing it right? You're doing the inspection without them paying it?
Yeah.
They don't pay,
Make it pay in advance.
Yeah, why are we doing the inspection if they don't pay?
because it's tough to get these people to even show up.
I understand that, but we're creating our own problem with this system. We're billing them and then they're not paying that, right?
Yeah, that's why she
No,
wants
they
to change it.
eventually pay,
Yeah.
yes. But
But
we
you
wanted
have
to
two
tack on
choices,
an
you either
administrative
make them
fee.
pay ahead of time before the inspection, or we don't do the inspection, or we do what we're doing now and bill them later.
I think it should be paid before the inspection, instead of making,
But
you
there are
know,
consequences.
instead of making you come
So
out and then not doing that.
It's not me.
Oh, great.
But does the inspections? We do the base inspection?
Yeah, make them pay, make us have the check in hand before we even schedule or
So,
go to the
You save their
inspection.
time.
Yeah.
Why would you, because we're paying you time to go there, and then they're gonna show up without the money.
yeah, mine are paid before, and if they fail, and they don't pay the second one, then I don't show, or then I just say, I'm just gonna send it over to the police department.
Okay, so we'll work
Man, I gotta
the
come back in
vacancy
15
ordinance the way
minutes half
that
the
it
time.
is, but get them to pay up front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, are you talking like some of these you go and inspect like what, once a year?
It's just once a year, yeah.
Tell them they have to have it paid by said date,
Mm-hmm.
and you will schedule them to be there with you. And then if not, then
can you not
Yeah,
do
they-
how we do the sewer bill, if it's not paid by the 20th of January, the 28th is now, instead of $60, it's $68, you don't pay it by that time, it's $72.
But in the meantime, they're we're paying postage to notify them, we're taking away hours they could be doing something else.
Correct.
So have it all done prior.
I mean, give them a year.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
Now, they're just, do they go calendar year or?
It starts in
Physical year.
January when we're sent registration papers, they have to fill those out and they have to send those back. Which I wanted to kind of
Why
make
can't
those
they send their
available.
payment when they send their paperwork back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, just do it once a year. Can you do that, or
Or
is
is
it
that-
staggered?
Or is that,
We're just talking, yeah, we can do that.
wouldn't that be easier than one mail?
Yeah, with this papers.
If
and
they
everything.
pay and then they don't show up, then they've got another $50 to pay, so we're sending out postage anyway.
But then, if they're already paid for it, that might be an incentive for them
To actually go
show
get
up.
it done and show
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Right, you have an investment at that point.
Yeah.
I would think you're going to show up.
You would think.
Right.
I would.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
Oh, what's next? I had somebody suggest a kayak drop ramp on Scenic Drive. I don't know how far you wanna develop that, if you wanna create more traffic back there, but I briefly spoke to the engineer who said it was very feasible and not very complicated to do that.
So let me ask you this,
Yeah, I have a
question
question
person
too.
that I am. Where are they gonna park? How are we gonna have people back there parking? Where?
How are the kids not gonna be playing in the yard and
Right.
fall in one of them holes?
Correct.
I don't
You
have
know,
answers.
they can
I
go
just-
down that end and get in. I do not like that property.
I'm
I'm
not
fine with part of
opposed
it.
to it, but we are not set for, we already have people complaining because people park on the road now, and that would be me.
That would, yeah, that's something I think we would,
Aren't we opening that up and anyhow the other end?
Are you talking about the guy that wants to do the
Scenic.
trail?
Yeah, I thought we talked about opening up down by John Still's place, that end.
Well, as
Opening
it
up.
stands right now, PennDOT, believe it or not, has not finished that culvert.
I know that.
So until it's finished and they give us back the property that they didn't use, everything's on hold.
That is a never-ending
Ending.
project.
Exactly.
There's a little space down by the river they didn't do, so it's open. That's why they still have to mow over there, but you don't know that, do you? No, I remember John Still came to me and wanted us to mow that, the banks of the.
Right.
Then I talked to a bunch of people on PennDOT, and one actually lives in Apollo, one pastor was familiar with it. As long as it's open there, they have to take care of it. So you'd think they'd be finishing it up, so they'd have to go take care of it.
Well, that was like they were getting back to us about putting the gate up there that we ended up doing on our own.
Yes.
And that's PennDOT.
PennDOT, yeah.
Well, I don't understand why they would want another drop-off point here at this end of town.
Actually,
Suggested.
that was actually on the like 10-year plan for grants, because there was a grant that would pay 100% of that.
Okay,
Instead
then,
of going green.
do we still have that information available that I could look at it?
It was just with Bob to get the grants we're gonna do.
Okay. Then can we discuss that?
We can, but it's like I said, it's not gonna be for long. It's like the last thing. The match would need to be
Because I'm
100%
really-
on their side.
Extremely curious.
You know, people could come in and have lunch at the Central, shop in our stores, you know, like, look at that, when that was the six-pack shop,
Mm-hmm.
there was always people getting off the
They're
river
always
there.
getting out of there and across from, they go to the Dairy Queen.
And they go to the Dairy Queen, they're getting their slushies there, I mean, it was good business, the kayaks. So, I would love to get that business in Apollo. If we
Yeah, I'm
can
not
get it safely.
opposed to it.
I'm not opposed to it, I would just want to know
Just need to
exactly
think it
where.
through.
Well, we have to wait and see where you can dig on the other
Correct,
side, because there are
because-
still covenants on the other side.
Yeah, but
We-
then-
A lot of that
That
going through there,
property-
being on the water part of it, that's all kind of steep over there.
Yeah,
The only place that it's not is where the culvert dumps in there, which is the only place that we
because
can.
when we went back and walked that for light up night,
Yep.
oh, it's scary.
Well, you know what though, that you could advertise it differently. You got a slip and slide to get in the water.
Yeah, there you go. We can charge 50 cents.
How are they gonna get out?
That's their problem.
Stand to their side, they can park it,
Yeah,
stand
swim
to their
across. Yeah, that.
I mean, that could be good business,
Like
like I
a
said,
lot more
That's
information.
far down the road before we can even
Okay.
get to that grant. We have too many other things, roads and.
And the gentleman that
infrastructure.
brought this up knows that this is like something that way down the road.
I didn't say anything either
Okay.
way, I just said
Okay.
that I would bring it to council.
Okay, okay. And we already discussed,
Yep, yeah.
so we can go to the monthly expenses.
What is on your paper?
Which one?
Okay, if you look at your total, I would like to add that hellacious amount of 91K, 25 of that was to pay back the tax anticipation note. That thing has to be paid back in full by December, and several discussions with the bank led me to get it caught up, and we're back on track.
Good job.
They didn't give an amortization schedule, they gave nothing.
And, that money came from places that's not gonna hurt the major stuff going on.
I took it from several different accounts, so nothing was bleeding from them.
Okay.
Approve it.
Yep.
Second it.
Mark,
Mark
And
and Carrie, all in favor?
I,
Hi.
Any nays? So
you have a secondary packet there to the expenses. It's a financial progress report. You've got a couple well, I think there's only one negative number, garbage, and that's because we've only had one round of, garbage bills. Was it garbage? I think it was garbage,
Yeah.
The garbage is sitting at like negative $11,000, but this profit and loss run that I did, we are pretty much the same place we were last year at this time. And the taxes, the real estate taxes are starting to come in. Finally.
Okay, good.
Are we considering a different garbage company?
I have requested quotes from every garbage
Because our
company
contract's
that's still in
finished.
operation.
our contract's good till when?
End of year,
The end of,
September.
September.
okay.
So I started now.
Are you not happy with the garbage collection?
No. Sometimes they skip right past,
We get a ton of calls.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll do it
Yeah.
for the house
But at the same
sometimes.
time, I guess cause down at, you have a lot more going on up there, we're just little bitty, but why not?
Or they'll park in the, park halfway
Usually-
down our block and throw Anthony's, or Sapinski's, mine, and White's down to the guy at the truck, and they bounce off the road, then I gotta go clean up the garbage they didn't pick up.
Oh.
Jamie had the same guy in here 4 weeks in a row with no pickup.
That's interesting.
Twice now, my garbage sat out all week.
Really?
Even with 2 phone calls, they never seem to get it.
Yeah, they don't come back once
Waste,
you go back.
waste management did
Sounds
give us
like
a
under
quote,
control.
but that quote included the bins that you rolled to the,
Yeah.
and then you had to pay extra. Certain people were gonna be paying this amount, other people would be paying another amount. And they wanted it all so that the trucks could just go and pick the
And just
things
flip
up
and
the
go.
road.
Right, it'd be nice if we could get this.
The sad thing
one night
is
like
that
we've done
nobody's
my
gonna put
entire
the
life.
budget in that one little
Because
container.
divide it down
Sometimes
to
9, 10
2,
bags.
and then charging
Yeah.
us gas to come twice a week and per month, week.
Oh,
We
well,
never had 2 garbage
I
pickup nights.
left it with waste management, with asking them to give us a bag collection too. Great. But to do the cans, they're gonna supply the cans, but our rate's gonna go up at the same time.
We're paying for them, so it's just, they're supplying them, but we're paying for them, nothing's free.
Okay, I just asked.
No,
If they're supplying the cans, how's that work for the rental properties?
they can't answer a lot of my
What, this,
questions.
this
They're gonna be
68% rental property, is it?
You get one can, you have to share it.
Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't
See
happening.
the house behind, beside me, there's gonna be a mountain of garbage, they take it there, I can't complain, they take that mountain. Alright, enough dirty talk.
Literally.
Sorry. All right, is it, lost my,
Public Works.
thank you.
What about that?
Public Works.
We did this.
Anything?
There's just that, bid on the, paving, North Second Street, where we just repaired, or replaced the, storm drain beside the post office.
Yeah, we already asked questions about it, so we don't have to ask anything.
That's the only bid I got, because the other ones that I called, came and looked at it, said that it was too small for them to do. Other ones told me that they were too busy to do that small job, maybe later they could do it. This was the only bid that's the only guy that I could get to put a bid in. And he said if we would let him know, he could do that probably this week.
Gas companies don't come here, ever,
No,
I was gonna say, as long as he's doing, and
should we do something about the gas company?
And there is no cold patch in it, because if I cold patch it, cold patch doesn't harden. And with the, mail truck, the big mail truck that backs down into the dock, he's gonna be driving over that and it's gonna break again.
Yeah, it's, cool path is coming out 60, we just put it on. Why do we have to scratch the area?
It's for the new to stick to it, and he's putting Bonnie down, agent to help also, to help stick.
And yeah, and part of the reason, because I've been down there several times, that whole area has been patched so many times.
So many times.
And it is broken and cracked, so doing a small patch just isn't gonna
it's
work.
not gonna work.
I see you have 1,300 square foot. Make my mind see this, is it from the road, where you start from Warren? right?
Yes.
How, to the end of the post office, halfway to the
No,
post
it'll
office?
be to the next, patch that the water company just put in last year.
Oh, so, okay, so that whole block will be
Yes,
smooth?
well, not the whole block, it'll be
Oh,
half of the post office building,
okay.
so it would be from,
People have about 25 feet, isn't it?
it's probably more than that, about 30,
Okay.
35.
Okay, so make it easier for people turning off Warren anyhow to get into our local plazas.
Yep.
And it will be paid curb to curb.
Mhm.
He does know that, I went curb to curb.
Okay. Can we bid on this with, I mean, it's $7,500, we don't need 3, do we?
You don't need 3 written bids, you can
Yeah.
have 3
It's
phone
under.
bids.
Huh?
You can have 3 phone bids, but you're advising council, you attempted to get bids,
Yes,
Okay.
and
They're busy.
then you're fine.
So we can bid on this
Then we
tonight?
can. I would,
And I make a motion,
and I'll second it.
I make a motion to go with this guy, get that paved.
I'll second it. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, you're good to go, Ron. Alright,
Well, stay out of the office for the next week.
Is he expensive? Is he becoming too expensive for us?
Sugar mom.
alright. Property and planning, Cindy, you got anything? Just,
The only thing I have is, I have talked to David Highfield, and he has talked to Andy Sheehan, and we are waiting on CBS in New York to get back to us so they can correct the misinformation he gave, stating that cleanup that's happening in Parks Township was Apollo. Because that's putting everything, like solar project, they were saying, it's not clean down there. I have been called a liar, because I told everybody to say.
We've had people in the office too.
Yeah, so we have to wait on CBS, CBS because they own KDKA, and KDKA is not allowed to do anything without their permission.
oh my word.
So, but like I said, I have been working on that.
Okay.
And I've also, I've talked to Jim Rogers from Coral Reef, about what's going on. We're still waiting on Harrisburg to get that interconnection with the, as soon as that goes through, we'll be moving forward, provided the town still lets us. But it is safe up there.
Alright, public relations, Apollo number 2 will be taking care of Memorial Day services this year, I believe is what, I don't have any more information at the moment as to what they're doing. I'm assuming in Plaza?
Yeah, they up in the plaza.
With the memorial, and- correct? Okay. Historical Society, you'll have one in your packet. Saturday, May 2nd, they're going to present Nellie Bly's birthday party.
Is that something you want on the website?
I think so, because like right now, we're known for radiation, and she was very important,
Yes, you do.
you know, and to live in Apollo. I mean, she lived around the corner from me, and then when they couldn't afford there anymore, they moved to Fifth Street. I mean, they stayed in Apollo.
Yes.
So I think that maybe it would bring some positive, something more positive to this town. I mean, I love Leonard, I knew Leonard Miller and all that personally. But there's more to this town than just Babcock and Wilcox and Leonard Miller. We need to shine some of these other.
Yes, absolutely, everyone needs to share. There's a lot of beautiful historical sites, homes.
That I found, I just read a book about her, where Carlos's lived.
We had to read it in school.
That was her father-in-law.
So, yes.
There was a movie about her, did you ever see it? It was on, Netflix or something. I can't remember, like, it was her whole life. It was amazing. Did you see it?
When I was in school, we had to go through
I
that.
couldn't, I mean, I knew she was.
Yeah, but there's no on the weekend.
She did some amazing things for a woman, let
Yes.
alone a woman at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are the things we should be promoting.
So yeah, let's
Absolutely
promote
put
that.
this on. Agreed. Okay.
they're very appreciative that we are starting to include them in
Yes.
publicizing the events.
Really? Yeah, I actually stopped by Alan and shopping center.
Matthew, our food truck ordinance violation.
First, I wanted to ask, are we going to have to amend the agenda? Because there's a waiver of fee that I wanted to ask about.
You wouldn't take us.
Okay.
So you can just make a motion to amend the agenda.
I'll make a motion to amend the agenda to talk about a waiver of fee for a food truck for one date.
For,
Del Vecchio's to talk to you about it. They want one date, and it's May 13th, so this is the last time that we'll be able to talk about it. I did add to the
what are
agenda.
they coming
You'll need to have a second.
for?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
We just.
They, as soon as we announced we have the Wednesday dates, they had applied and sent in their payment immediately.
Right.
And then we canceled.
Yeah.
They asked if they could still set up for one date, and May 13th would have been one of the other Wednesday days.
And we returned all of their
No,
money.
only a portion of it.
Jamie said
I think it was for Halloween now.
yes, Jamie was supposed to send back 150, they sent in 200, but they wanna set up for Halloween, for the Halloween event. So we only sent back 150 to
Right.
cover the Halloween event.
Right.
But I figured we have the food truck ordinance, if they're set up, we should do a waiver fee so that everything's legal for them,
But I don't understand
I thought
why you wanna
under-
waive the fee.
I thought if we,
to make up for canceling. Cause
I
there's a
thought-
daily fee of $50.
Right.
They turned down other jobs because they thought they were gonna
Okay,
be here.
that's
Yes.
what,
Yes.
okay.
So to make
Now
up what they
I'm-
lost.
Okay, now I'm understanding where, okay.
What were you saying, Mark?
I thought that if they didn't show, even if they paid for it, that was on them.
Yeah, last year we had people booked and never show.
Right, so they
Yeah,
lost
but-
their money.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they were
But we
booked and then
canceled
we
it, not
canceled.
him.
Oh,
They-
we
canceled
okay,
the
that's fair
Wednesday
enough
for
there
the
then,
year.
okay.
So
Okay.
someone needs to second Michelle's.
No, I second Michelle's to amend the agenda or.
Okay,
Well,
all those in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright,
Okay, now you can,
What she said.
What she said.
Does anybody need more information? It is only for May 13th.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that.
I think it'd be a measure of good faith because they are always at our
Yeah,
events.
they've done it, they've been here every year.
Absolutely. Does
So
everyone
they pay.
agree
And they
to
follow
waive
everything.
that for them? I don't have a problem with
make
it.
a motion.
I make a
Make a
motion
motion.
to waive the fee.
I'll second it.
I was surprised at it.
All in favor?
All in favor?
alright.
Aye.
Any nays?
Cause it's not what you think.
Okay. Fee waived.
Okay, and then there are food truck violations, 31 in total for the month of April. And this part I'm just going to read from the ordinance. Vending can only occur between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. And trucks must be removed by 11 p.m. each day. There's 7 violations of it. A person in charge must be present at the food truck vending site at all times. There's 12 violations of that. And they may only be open to serve customers from the side of the truck facing the sidewalk. They are prohibited from operating with their trucks open to the roadway. There are also 12 violations of that.
Now, can I have a copy of that, cause I would like to put in, yeah, I have some things that.
Here's what I have to add to this. Number one, and we all know who you're talking about, we're all aware of the location.
Mhm.
They have permission to be on
They do.
private property.
Yeah, but they are facing the road, which is against ordinance.
They're on private property.
Okay.
But they have, what did you say, Michelle?
They're still facing the road, which is against ordinance.
They're not they're facing the road, but they're on inside the highway on private property.
Okay.
That's not the problem. The problem is when they're open for business and the cars are parking on the road, and that's the problem.
Yes.
Okay, then let's discuss with them about
Correct.
maybe going back to the owner of the property and seeing if she could step back a little bit more into the parking area. They won't be on Scenic Drive when they come through for coffee, and they'll be on her
And
private
Scenic Drive
property.
is a road that she's
It
open
is,
on.
Okay,
Not the highway.
that works.
so we'll see if we can discuss getting her moved back a little bit, or turn the other way, and they can circle right through the private property. Instead of, does everyone agree with that?
I'd have to go over it a little bit more. That's,
Okay.
that's part of it.
Because
but-
other than that,
I mean, I want them
there's-
to be open for business, I do,
Absolutely.
but I
And
need to
they're
make it,
bringing
I've gotten so many
business into the
complaints,
city.
it's just,
My wife talks to everybody down
I
there and
agree.
nobody has a complaint.
that's because they're getting
Hold
business
on, hold on, I'm still
done.
talking. We've got to keep this civil. She is doing nothing wrong,
Correct.
other than we need to just move her a little bit further back on private property.
That's
And that
the
would
point,
settle
everybody should be following
everything.
the law.
Okay, then
And it
let's
needs to
just,
be taken away every night, like.
no, it doesn't, she's on private property. She has permission to be on that
The way
property.
this is
See, I was
stated,
told,
if she's open for business, somebody has to be there, but if she is not open for business, that's different then, correct?
I was told when I was on property and planning, the lady who owns First, she wanted to buy the little property beside John Gold Roll Motors, the
Yes.
food bank, or land bank owns. And she was told by somebody that's involved in this, she can't because it would not be considered a food truck if it was left there overnight. The ordinance states it must be out at a certain time every night, even though she would own the property. This is what she was told, and that's why she goes to North Paula and did not buy that property that we can't get rid of.
That's what I think, this needs a little bit more
Yes.
detailed, has to go over a little bit more, we have to have, it needs more. It's,
Do you have something to say?
No, just clear my throat.
Okay,
Thank you.
say it.
No, I got nothing to say.
no,
I'm here to give you legal advice, not talk about policy.
as
That's
far
that's
as-
Okay,
I mean.
right, I just think this is, and I think this is a great idea, and we've done well things in Apollo for this, having these food trucks, so we just made,
Absolutely.
we need to make it straight page for everybody.
Everybody, yes.
That's it.
But as far as Firsty and the property, then we need to check into that and check in with the landowner and see where we meet in the middle, so this can be tabled, cause I'm done with it.
Yeah, let's table it because I have,
I'm
and I have not
over
even
it.
talked to Michelle, I didn't know, I mean, we talked about having it done, but I haven't any
So-
input, and you
Yeah,
know.
we've talked about that before, that is scenic drive, that is a road, that's not
Okay.
part of
It
the
does,
ordinance.
it needs.
Right, so she's part,
It needs-
yes, yes.
So what happens
So let's just, I will speak with her and see if we can get together with the landowner and just maybe
Yeah, so you have to make it yours.
turn her or move it back a little bit so the traffic's going through the private property instead of on our road.
I don't have a problem with them setting up, I just want
No,
the
I'd
laws
love
to
to
be
have it.
followed, especially because there are only truck.
Yeah.
If we have one truck doing it, all the rest are doing it.
Well, the only time we have any food trucks even come down, they're in the yard.
Yes, those are for events, we don't really get anybody else
Exactly.
for the food truck ordinance. We did have the tea lady, but
Well, that's
she
what I
was talked
wanna,
out of it.
yeah, that's what I wanna look into.
Yeah.
And you have to understand, when people have town events, they shut down roads. So when we have Wednesday Wheel of Fortune and we're on the road,
Whipple fortune.
I would
Whatever
love
it
to
is,
go to
food,
Wheel of Fortune with you.
we're on the road, we're on the,
Right.
but people
Right.
expect that. And that's what we want. We want them all to come down and stand on the road and block the road. But off hours, we need to have the flow. And that's the law, so it is what it is.
Okay, then I will discuss just using the actual private property.
Yeah, I'm all okay
Okay.
with that.
Okay. Moving forward, what do we have left?
Two proposed ordinances.
We
Oh,
have
the ordinances.
two ordinances here for AI data centers. Yeah, they just look a little bit different.
I'm not sure which is the one that
Oh my.
I sent Sherry.
The one
I'm
that
guessing the
was
one on the
loose
right.
from the packet is the correct one.
Okay.
What is it?
The AI data center ordinance, we had two of them in the packet.
Yeah.
the three?
Oh, the ones who's, so this.
Did everybody even read this? Cause dear Lord, it's like,
I did, that's why I said they get paid by the whereas.
yeah.
She said that's not the right one. It doesn't have staples.
Oh, it doesn't have
Oh, it doesn't have
Yeah, she
staples.
said-
Dear Lord.
That's the one I had.
Here.
This
You're
you're
right
doing
about
stuff.
it. It's in the
All these
packet.
whereas.
It's like
Yeah.
towards the end.
Okay.
Well, actually,
There's
most
two
of the
that are
whereas
loose.
are Sherry's, so.
How
Alright.
much you get?
This is not the right one.
I don't know, this was, yeah, I should start charging you these.
That's right, you should.
Now, you looked at this stuff before we vote on this.
I looked at it
Is it,
based
can
on
it be
relations.
condensed, you think, or is this need to be 2 pages?
Can it be, anything can be, yes.
And
I
still
think you're
be-
holding the,
still be
the original.
Covering everything.
The one you want, this is the one you want to,
Okay, how many pages?
Okay, so the staple.
That would be in.
That's what I was listening to what you said.
So we were taking it
Well,
on
the
back.
staple
saying
was
that's
is
the
4
next
pages.
one.
That would be an amendment.
It is the
to
right
zoning
one?
Yeah.
ordinance as well.
It's longer.
Everybody hear me?
No, I did not. Could you repeat that, please?
That
Pulled it in half,
ordinance that you're looking
No,
at
that's
will
okay.
be an amendment to the zoning
the current
ordinance as
zoning
well.
ordinance.
Okay.
It'll have to be incorporated.
We don't
So it's not its own
ordinance now.
ordinance, it's part of, okay.
'Cause
You,
if
you can
start-
do one of 3 things tonight, table it for further review, approve it for advertising for adoption next month, or reject it.
And we can't just say no AI data centers within the Borough College.
Generally speaking, no, because it's a business use and you permit business uses. You can regulate it, but you can't prohibit it.
And that's the reason why that's written out like it is, because I had to make sure everything was
Is
documented.
this going to stop them from doing this?
No, it's going to regulate how they do it.
Yeah.
The reality is that most data centers are fairly large footprint operations. It's unlikely you've got enough space in the borough confines to locate one, but should they start condensing them and making them smaller, then you might have an issue.
So be
They
prepared.
they put a tremendous
It's
strain on.
it's a proactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I just never heard of this until a month ago, and then all of a sudden we did it, and I heard on the news that they're putting in one town that doesn't want it, and they're doing it anyhow.
I mean, if you do the research and look how much data centers are gonna eat up our resources, I'm not for it, so. That's the reason why I wanna put this in place.
People on our screens, we want to need them. Let's start being social again.
It's not only Apollo Borough though, it's the surrounding.
Springdale
Areas.
Borough is
Everywhere.
right.
I'm talking to the world.
Old City just had those too.
It's on their agenda.
So that's the reason why I wanted to get this done and out there, because I don't like it for our town, I don't want it for our town, because it's good, it's the infrastructure with our electricity and everything
Nope,
like that.
I dropped
and then
mine too,
all the
see?
water.
Yeah, well, now you, thanks.
I don't agree.
Okay, Glenn.
Are they taking our Beaver Run?
Thank you.
Probably.
I'm sorry?
Between Beaver Run and Roaring Run.
You
Can
can,
we go?
Beaver Runs where we get our.
you can read it and think about it till next month. You can approve it for advertising,
Yeah, I mean,
for
we just
adoption
got
next
it.
month.
Yeah.
I need
It's a lot of
to,
stuff.
yeah. Are you,
No, I'm fine, I want you guys to read it, and then hopefully we can go ahead and vote for
Okay.
advertising next
does
month.
everyone agree? I'd like to read this a little,
Yeah.
Just table it till next month.
table it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not that much different than the one we already got. It's just a little more cleaned up.
Okay, so
A
that's.
couple things added.
This is completely for no AI data centers in here, this is getting added,
That's new.
yes, it's
Oh,
new.
that's new.
Okay. The staple,
The staple got it.
eat the new one. And
And then, we do need to get an approval for advertising on the revised ordinance for the sewer debacle. If you guys want to look at that, it's basically just rewording things so it's more legit, more
Clear?
understanding, yes. And we don't have issues in the past, in the future with certain people So this was revised.
Nice.
Cause the old one stated that it went by usage rate. Is that what it was? Or am I
Yes.
thinking of
Yeah,
something?
no, you're
Okay.
on the right track.
So, where is this one?
It's under those,
Terry, my common sense.
Put your staples down. There you go.
Now this is
it's
not
also about the AI.
Then you're gotta go deeper.
Oh my God, I got out of order.
sewer, right here.
I know mine is a mess. I did those, my OCD's kicking in.
So do we need to make a motion to advertise this?
Is this,
You want to adopt it next month. Does this address the issue that we're dealing with currently?
Do you mean this one?
Yes. that one.
Sherry's
Yeah.
on, what's this ordinance?
so
No,
are
we
we
want to
charging
maintain
them
more.
Yeah.
what they actually use?
What's that?
Or are you just charging a flat rate, which
So.
I don't agree with, because why should somebody who uses a bunch of water, who doesn't use it?
But then we're having problems with people who are overusing and not paying the
Yeah.
difference.
And also issues of not getting the actual numbers from the companies. That's
So this is just the $28 thing, it's not their.
Jamie has a hard time getting that report once a year, let alone getting it in a timely, concise
Yeah,
manner.
I used to work the sewage company, I know, I had to wait for the water company to give me their bills so I could send out the sewage bills.
And this is the only reason why we are trying to adopt this now is because we've been having problems with certain people and we're trying to get it cleared up and make no more issues in the future.
So we can adopt this evening,
You can approve advertising.
advertising. I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
No.
All right.
I didn't say that.
I knew what you said. Okay. Old business, moving forward. The Borough building, we did get, are we talking the doors, the keys, the locks?
Yes, those are
Okay, this is
installed and
all
bills
installed,
paid.
bills paid, taken care of.
Sewer separation fund update. This is the two accounts, the one account that lays pretty much dormant and just is paying a bill, and then the other active one with the physical checking account where it transfers money into that account to pay the Penvest loan. Closing down one of those accounts has proven difficult, however, that has not prohibited me from transferring $15,000 to our highest interest-bearing account at 2.25%.
Oh, so we got more money when we're making money.
Yeah.
Very good.
So we're now going to be between $7,000 and $9,000 rather than 22 and 24.
That Penvest, how much do we owe on there, how many years,
Hundreds of thousands.
how much have we paid down?
I couldn't send you the numbers, it's just, there's so many schedules in that office with so many different loans that we have, I can't accurately tell you.
Well, this doesn't have something to have.
200 and some thousand is sticking in my head. So I'm not gonna say the number.
Any other old business?
We're getting that $28 a time. Is that what the $28 we paid our street fee now?
It is coming out of sewage payments, yes.
Make a
I'll get you the
move
actual
to,
vote on that list.
we good?
Executive session?
Need to go to executive session?
You need a motion to go in?
I make a motion to go into executive session. I'm gonna say aye.
Yes, everyone said agreed. Aye. Any nays?
Are you gonna walk us
So
around
Dave,
that way?
thank you
Yeah.
for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Second, good.
A motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Get the hell out of here.